Good morning. So this is going to be a short video. I woke up this morning and I had a dream. I woke up from my dream that I was having of rolling around on the floor with this big, really fluffy white dog that had gray and black spots throughout its coat. And this dog was just so goofy. It was rolling around on its back trying to reach out to me to pull me close to it so I would pet it. And I woke up because I thought, wait a minute, my dog is passed and has been passed. And my dog was a red-haired dog. His name was Bear. I had him for a really long time, and he was so amazing around people that were distressed internally and weren't necessarily reflecting that outwardly. He would just go and sit by them to comfort them until they reached down and, pet him. And then he would just kind of very leisurely walk off and, come back to me. And all throughout the last, I'll say, since 2016, 8 years, it's 2025, so 8 to 9 years that I've had him, I've realized that I've been, as I was waking up, I was just coming to, the realization of just all the changes that have gone on in my life physically, but all the changes within myself internally that have happened, that no matter what people did or people have said about me or people have attempted to do to me or have done to me through false narratives, gossip, slander, what have you, throughout all of that, I have never lost sight of my faith and what it is I believe in. And so I've just continued to focus on myself, and whatever people think of that is their business. It's not my business. And it doesn't matter, even if, to me, if I have people calling me a prostitute or, saying, just very graphic things that are absolutely, unequivocally untrue, I have just continued to let them talk. I don't argue with people. I don't validate myself because I already know that I am who I am. And regardless of if I'm doing the right thing, if I'm doing the wrong thing, people are still going to talk. So the only thing that matters to me is to show up as myself and to continue living the way that I share here on the channel, which has been a source of contentment and peace for me. And people that badmouth me just don't seem to be getting that. And so, they've ramped up what they're saying, and they've ramped up their attempts to have me portrayed in a bad light. And because I just don't even engage, and they no longer have access in any form or fashion to me, a lot of the rhetoric that they have spewed has gotten really incendiary lately. And sharing this with you, my intention is for you to take away that no matter what you do, you will always have somebody somewhere that has something unequivocally false, unequivocally deceptive to say about you. So stop worrying about what people are saying about you, because it truly is none of your business. when you accept that people have the right to say what they want, even if it's not true, then it takes any kind of power out of what they're saying to hold you back, because you already understand that they are speaking from the absolute lack of morals that they have. They're telling you where the demon sits within them. They're not telling you about you. And if someone has to parade around, so to speak, that, oh, that's so gross that this person has done this, even if you never have, that is telling you that's what they're doing. And that's the mechanism that their mind has to use and take them down the path of, to show them, you're saying this, but you're secretly doing this. I remember what you're doing. I see what you're doing. You have an imbalance that you need to deal with. And that's what their mind is telling them. You know, they won't see it that way. But the reality is when you consistently focus on somebody else's life, you are stepping into the zone of so much mental instability, and you're creating it. You're building the road by yourself. So that's why I say that it is better to let people talk and be who they are, accept them as they are, not as you would have them to be, and move on, right? Because in that, you declare who is in charge of your life. You reflect a centralized power and belief structure in yourself that reflects an understanding that how you treat people is a currency that comes back to you. You don't get to escape that. So if you treat people bad, if you attempt to manipulate people into doing the things that you want them to do, so that you don't view them in a negative light, not so that they step into what they're meant to experience in life for their own benefit, what happens is you get that manipulative energy back. And it oftentimes comes back to you in a form and a fashion that only those that are truly discerning can connect the dots and see, this is my handiwork. This is because I wanted to control the narrative. I wanted to shape this to be XYZ, rather than accepting this person that has this dynamic as they are, for who they are, and allowing them to go down the path of self-discovery to learn, this is why you don't do things this way. This is why this is not beneficial to you. And this is what it's connected to in your early life experience. You do this not randomly, but you do it for a reason, and here's why. When you allow people to exist in that state, you allow them to find their own center of motivation to change, and the change more often is longer lasting that way, because you're not telling people what to do. You're giving them an invitation into their own mental mechanisms to self-evaluate and self-analyze so that they can self-actualize change, as opposed to saying, this is what you need to do, this is this and that is that. You're allowing them to develop, right? And as I was thinking about that, one of the aspects of my own life experience that I'm so thankful for is all of the people that have been deceptive, that have tried to break me, that have tried to get inside my mind, that have tried to and attempted to label me and have never been successful. And oh, they're angry. And they're not angry because I've done anything to them. They're angry because I am the one that is always overcame. And when they see that, then the recognition dawns on them. Oh, so she really is protected. She really does have an anointing on her life. She really does have a calling on her life. And everything I did is about to just boomerang back onto me. Because when I thought that she was without any protection, God was nowhere to be seen. God was sitting back watching me interact with her and treating her, mistreating her. But that was him giving me an opportunity to treat her right, and I didn't. And the reality is that when that hits, I feel no sympathy for you because God gave you plenty of opportunities to change. You chose not to. So whatever gets stripped from your life, you chose that. Just as freely as you have the freedom to freely choose what to do, understand this. You are freely choosing the ripple effects, the currents, and the consequences connected to your choices when it pertains to me. And also for anyone that is of faith, that is simply living their life, minding their own business. Those are the very people that you need to leave alone and be cautious of, because the very thing that you say doesn't exist is what is protecting them, what is divinely guiding them and directing them in their life. And the moment that you think that you have stepped into a ring with them, baby, you haven't stepped into a ring with him. You've stepped into a ring with God. And there's not a battle that he has ever lost. Point blank, period. So recognize this. This is what I'm sharing with you. When you know who you are and you're comfortable in your skin, don't think that people are just going to automatically respect that. You'll have people that will come and respect you and be respectful towards you, but you are going to always have people that will test that. Oh, so you really say you're this. Oh, so you really think this. Oh, so you really believe this. I don't have to show you. I don't have to validate anything to you. And neither do other believers. When you come up against that and you get smacked down, that's not me. That's the one you claim doesn't exist, defending me. So what you going to do about that then? That's right. You're going to sit there and you're going to eat your humble pie and you're going to be angry and pissy about it because you thought that you were going to be bigger than God. Doesn't quite work that way, does it? And for those that are following this channel that I know are connected to people from my past, you can take that message back to them. God will always defend me. God has always defended me. He has never forsaken me and he has never left me. So the point for you to understand, woe to you, not to me. Woe to you.